Also, don't hop off until the recording is done. Otherwise, the whole thing is just a waste of time.
Okay.
So we are live. I'm going to give it just a few moments while everybody's getting in because I know it's going to be a madhouse. I had
So
people
this
texting me.
is this on Facebook?
Facebook and YouTube. I pull it up on YouTube. I usually pull it up on my phone to watch it and comment back because I can't do it through the software here. Let's see. Advanced Agent Marketing. And while we're getting this pulled up and everybody's jumping on Advanced Agent Marketing. And that was loud. I'm going to go ahead and introduce us here while we get people pouring in. Are you watching this too on your phone?
I'm not. Would you like me to?
No, I was just curious because I see that there's a few viewers I saw you on your phone, but I'm going to go ahead and introduce us, get everything kind of cooking up. I know people will start piling in usually in the first like 3 or 4 minutes. So I'm just going to dive right in. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got Alexander. Is it Sala?
Sala, yes.
Sala, $23,000 in annual premium in 1 week, face-to-face out in the Midwest, if I'm not mistaken, in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, correct.
In Oklahoma, right, where there's less people, and he's writing that much business. Welcome to Advanced Agent Marketing, my friend. How are you?
Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me on. I'm doing great today.
That's good to hear.
It's good for us to get connected again since we met at 8% together. So it's great to get back on with you.
Yeah, man. So I know that everybody's going to be kind of wondering how they can get like you. I'm going to move this camera up a little bit, but let's first kind of start by just breaking down really what's going on. A few things that everyone's going to have questions on. And so the first 15 minutes, we'll just kind of talk about accomplishments, how you got there, what you got going on. And then from there, we'll kind of open it up to Q&A. And if it's just awkward silence, we can play rock, paper, scissors. But let's start with like you wrote 23,000 in a week. I mean, that's not common. What does that look like? Break that down for us. How was it like all in one day, one big app, just hustle? Let's break that down.
It starts out with the hustle. I think to begin with my week, I had things lined out from appointments so I would set up my Friday. I would start calling on Friday, setting up for my Monday and Tuesday. Mm-hmm. And then every single day when I'm out in the field trying to write business, if someone can't meet today, when I'm door knocking, if someone can't meet today, if someone needs to meet 3 days from now, I would start setting up those appointments every day of the week. So what I usually do is I usually don't go out 5 or 6 days out of the week, but that week I did. So I went out every single day, right? Because usually what I would do is I would get to the office, for example, on a Friday would be an office day, so I'd be booking for Monday, right? Then I'd be back in the office Tuesday booking for Wednesday and Thursday, right? But what I did for myself is I wanted to see how much I can write in a week, so I went out every single day out of the week. So I purchased over 30 direct mail leads, and I worked those, exhausted them. What's that?
How much were those, the mailers?
So I got about 34. It was about 1,500.
And those were those mortgage protection? Were those final expense?
Final expense, yes, sir.
Okay.
And so I got a little over 30 of those. It was really good because I never had worked direct mail before. I really only worked. I worked like some digital leads that I would buy in Oklahoma that I would get for Oklahoma and work those. But it wasn't like these direct mail leads because when I started working them, these people knew that they filled the information out. Like when I'd go up to the door and door knock them, I'd show them the paper. They'd be like, yeah, that's my handwriting. So now it triggers their head. Yeah, I actually did fill this out. Right.
Right.
So I worked those. I exhausted those. I called them all one day. Got a hold, booked appointments with quite a few of them. If I couldn't book appointments with them, I would go door knock them, and that was every single day out of the week. I worked 6 days out of 7 days of the week.
So let's break this down even further because this is ludicrous. You wrote 23 grand on 30 leads.
Correct.
What kind of premiums are you writing, man?
Yeah, so my average premium was right around 80.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't mention though, I did have a bunch of digital leads that I did door knock in the areas. I probably sold, if I had, let's say 150, I probably sold, maybe 4 or 5.
Okay. So
Yeah. And I do remember one of those digital leads, I did end up selling multiple apps in the home as well that were pretty big as well. So most of them were direct mail, but there was a few digital that I sold in the mix of the direct mail.
Okay. So, wow. Let's comment a little emoji or something for freaking Alex over here with the damn 30 weeks, 23 grand. That's pretty insane. I'm really impressed, to be honest. You don't really see this a lot. And I want to kind of further break it down because most people will tell you direct mail is dead. They'll tell you that digital leads don't work. And yet you were working both of them in 1 week and you wrote 23 grand. So
it was the hardest week I could say I've ever worked in the insurance industry. So it was crazy, man.
Well, let's look at that. What is it? What did a day look like for you when you say hard? Like, let's break down hard. What does that look like?
Yeah. So I'm waking up in the morning, working out 5:30 in the morning. Working out 5:30 in the morning. After that, I'm getting back to the house to shower, clean up, and be on the road right at 7:45, knocking on my first door right around 8.
Okay.
And then I'm knocking on doors. And if I do have some more direct mail that may have came in, I'm calling those right as I'm getting them in. And then I'm trying to book appointments, go see them right then and there. And then I'm working till 8 p.m. till I can't work anymore. So it's a 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. thing. And that's how it was every single day for me to hit that.
Okay. So let's get even more specific because I think this is ludicrous with the whole like working 6 days. It doesn't even sound like you were in the field for 6 days. I heard something about dial days. Is that
correct? Yeah. So I personally didn't take any dial days. So I was in the field and dialing at the same time when I was driving because I was trying to hit a big goal, right? And I knew if I did hit that goal, I couldn't be in the office. So what I usually do now in my business, I've kind of reworked it, more organized, which I like now. But I'm in the office on booking for Wednesday and Thursday, and then I'm in the office Friday. I'm actually booking for my Saturday and Monday. So if I don't have any events going on Saturday, I'll go out and run appointments on Saturday and then along with Monday. But that week specifically, I was in the field every single day trying to make it happen. Yeah.
Okay. So what inspired the fire for Big Week?
No, yeah. I think it was with my dad. He was like, Alex, man, we gotta, because to be honest with you, I was really lazy in my business. I was procrastinating. I was just laying things off till tomorrow every single day. And it was just a common theme. So I was like, what am I going to do? Because if I keep doing what I'm doing every single day, nothing's going to change. Right. So I had to sit down and talk with my dad. We're like, I'm just going to do this for you. You're going to work till you can't work anymore. So we did this for 1 week and we saw, okay, I can actually produce this in a week. And that's exactly what happened.
Wow. Okay. I want to talk.
It was like a mindset shift, you know.
Yeah.
Like he like just threw it on me. We're gonna do this for you. You're just gonna go out and go kill it. But it's the work that you're gonna put in, and we'll see what results you get.
That's good, and I think it's really important that we kind of break down the mindset there a little bit. You said you were procrastinating things. You were putting things off to the next day. You were kind of being lazy. It sounds like, which I think most people can relate to some capacity in, right? I mean, I know I've had days where maybe I didn't want to hit the field, or maybe you don't want to make dials, and it sounds like you just did what needed to be done, and that kind of like reignited a fire in you. Correct me if I'm off base. I'm just thinking out loud here, but it sounds like what happened is you just reset gears almost. What would you like? Let's say that I was putting things off right now. What would you recommend for me to do? Just the same thing, go out and just like murder myself for a week until I just make it happen, or what? Like, what would you suggest?
I would say what you need to start off by doing is having a set routine. So whether that's you getting up in the morning, if you like getting up in the mornings to work out, I think that's really a good idea. So you start your day off on the right foot. Then you have set things throughout your day, like you have a scheduled dialing hour, right? So if that's from 8 to 10 a.m., right? If you're in field or over the phone, you're booking appointments or trying to one call close. If you're in the field, you're trying to book appointments. If you're over the phone, it's one call close, right? Then you can take a break. Then you have another set routine that you're going to have from, like, let's say 12 to 2 now, right? So you took a break from 12 to 2 that you're going to sit there and just dial and do nothing else. No social media, no anything. You're just going to sit there and dial, right? Field agent, same thing. If you have a set field day, you're going to have a set goal for the day, right? So if it's, I want to make $2,000 today, right, in the field, you're going to start at 8 a.m. and you're going to work until you hit that goal, right? So if that means you're finishing up your last app at 7:45 p.m. and you're only allowed to work till 8, that's what we're going to do. Because you set that goal for yourself, right? Do you actually want to hit that goal? I would like to hit that goal. So you're going to work till then.
Okay. So setting the goal and hitting it regardless of the time allotted.
Yeah. No exceptions. I think one thing about with my success at a very young age is that what my dad's helped me instill into my head is that you're going to have this goal. And if you're going to put the goal down on the board this week, Alex, you're going to go out and hit it. Right. So that's how I've learned how to become better in my business, is just when I have a goal, I'm just going to go out there and hit it with there's no exclusions. Like you're going to do it no matter what. I'm not going to go get food unless I have my work done,
Yeah, no, that's good. And this is one of the things that I found that actually made a difference for us when we were in the field as well. Just because when you do make that commitment to not leaving until the job is done, you feel like I always say, like, it's easier to almost hit your goal than it is to not finish the job.
Yep.
And that for me has always been so true, especially with insurance. And I think a lot of people are going to get value from that. So that's fire. I got a few extra questions before we jump it open here to a little bit of a Q&A. But so it sounds like there's been a mindset shift. What was it like after that week? So you wrote $23,000. Sounds like profit was pretty big there. You live in Oklahoma, so I'm guessing gas is probably not $5 a gallon or so. So
it's about 30.
Yeah. So you're paying $3 a gallon. What kind of car you drive?
I drive a Lincoln, like a little Lincoln MKZ sedan, kind of. So
okay.
Smaller car. It's better on gas for sure.
Yeah. So good on gas. Expenses are, you said about 1,500 on leads, digital leads. If you got 150, I'm gonna guess they were what, $15 each, something like that.
Yeah, right around, a little less, give or take.
So okay, so let's say $15, easy math, 150 leads, $15. We're looking at somewhere in the ballpark of like what, $3,000 in leads?
About
$3,000 in leads, gas and food, because you probably ate out $3,500 for the week in expenses, roughly.
Gas, food, everything like that, right around.
Okay, so we spent about $3,500. We wrote about 23 after the 9-month advance. Take home is somewhere in the ballpark of like 14, 15 G's for a good week of work. And what did that inspire you to do the week after and since then?
Yeah, so it inspired me to I didn't have that week the next week, but the next week I ended up writing 12 to 15. To be honest with you, I was worn out from that week. I was like, dude, I just need a break. Like, holy crap, I just worked the hardest week of my life, dude. I was just exhausted. I can remember it like yesterday. But yeah, so I wrote 12 to 15, and then right now I'm probably sitting at weekly right around 10,000, 10 to 12,000. I think the reason why I'm not writing, for example, 20,000 a week is because right now I'm really trying to focus on recruiting and kind of building a team, really. So I've been purchasing quite a few recruiting leads. I've just been sitting there dialing those over and over again, because if I can still write 10 to 12,000 a week and build a team to the point, let's say like 3 to 4 years from now, when I do have a pretty deep team and I can just teach all of them and pull myself out of the field, that's really like, I would like to route myself to that in the near future. So that's what I'm kind of having my eyes set on.
Okay. Wow, that's really impressive. So I want to talk a little more about the goal before we open it up here to the people. So the goal is you're writing 10 to 12K a week plus recruiting, which is absolute degeneracy. I know most of the people in the chat would commit first degree just to get 10 to 12 in production, much less also being able to recruit. What does that lifestyle look like for you currently? And then what is that lifestyle you're trying to get to with what you're building right now? With what you're setting the foundation for?
So like I go back to is kind of what I was saying about the routine. So I'll have my routine. I'll get up in the morning, workout, get to the office, let's say 8 a.m., right? From 8 to 10 a.m., I'll sit there and recruit. So I have 150, 200 recruiting leads that I just have right here on my desktop. I'll call through all of them. That's my recruiting segment. Then I'll start booking appointments, right? For example, my Wednesday and Thursday. And I'd sit there and make sure my whole Wednesday and Thursday are booked. And then I'll jump right back into calling recruiting, right? So I think if I do and I've talked with my dad about it, we're really on the same page about what I need to do every single day. Just like the way I said, in order for me to build that foundation for, 2 to 3, 4 years from now, to have that team and have that experience where I can just go ahead and train all of them, right? So that's kind of what I've came down to as what I'm going to do to set up my foundation for the future is those daily steps.
Okay. And so those daily steps, how many hours are you putting in a week to make this kind of money and recruit people?
It's a great question. So I've never actually calculated that before. That's funny you ask. So for example, let's see here.
Because most people will tell you that, and I'm not pointing this at you because it sounds like you're actually doing a lot, which is good. But most people in this business, they're like, oh, I work so hard. I work my ass off. You tally it up. Time on the phone is like 5 hours for the week. And so I'm trying to make a clear distinction there with like, you're actually putting in, it sounds like quite a bit of time, especially with production. I know that there's not like, you're not just, sitting on your hands throughout the workday.
Right.
And, I think it's important to go over that. So last thing before we jump into it. So the goal, I know we touched on it briefly. You want to build the agency, but like, why?
Why?
Yeah. Like, what do you want?
So what I want is right now at my young age, I am really focused on building myself together. So when that time comes, right, whether it's 6, 7 years, whenever it is, I already had my agency and I already put in the work when I was younger. So now to look 4 to 5 years from now, when I do have a family, 6 years from now, when I have a family and I can spend more time with them now because I was already out in the field working and recruiting a bunch of agents, I already have that foundation set up for my family.
Okay. So you're
so that's kind of,
yeah,
I'm really motivated by future things. So I know that God's taking care of me and everything that I got going on in my life. So if I make sure I stay the course and follow his plan, with my work and faith, I think everything should work out, in the future. So that's really what I have my eyes set on.
Okay. Beautiful, man. I like that a lot. I really like that. You sound like a good old Southern boy, like I am.
You're in Arizona, right?
I am now. Yep.
Okay.
North Carolina, born and raised though. So
okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's open it up to the people, man. Let's see what you guys got for old Alex here, man. This guy's a stud. Really appreciate you spending some time here with us today. Guys, if you like this kind of content, if you like this, give us a like here on the video real quick, just so we know whether or not we should even keep doing this. And if so, we can go ahead and drop some comments as well about maybe some questions we have, some takeaways. Melissa's takeaway says, Alex, ... You look just like your dad. Halo emoji. You do though. That is true. You guys do look a lot alike. He keeps popping up on my Facebook feed ever since we connected. So it's pretty funny.
That's funny, man. I get that a lot. I get that a whole lot.
All right. Let's see if we got any questions here. Cause obviously he looks like his dad. That's awesome. What about does anybody have anything they'd like to learn from Alex? This guy's building it. He's 19. He's building a team. He's cranking out 10 to 12K a week in production. Working what sounds like only part-time on the production between how much effort he's putting in on the recruiting side as well. And he was on the ultimate.
Yep.
As well. So this guy's just, like to say that he's come out of the gate swinging is an understatement. And
thank you.
obviously, like he's having the same struggles that a lot of you are, where he was putting things off, or maybe he was procrastinating, and now he's got a dialed in routine. But is there any questions we have for him? I mean, if not, Alex and I can just hop off here and go grab a coffee or something. It's not a big deal, you guys, but I'm just wanted to give you a chance to hop in.
One thing I would mention is up until like 2 or 3 months ago, I sucked at recruiting. I really did. I didn't focus on recruiting at all. I was like, man, I'm just worried about myself. I don't really care about anything else. I just want to do production, right? And like I mentioned before, when I had the talk with my dad, we're going to do this, this, and this. I now have set aligned times to just do recruiting, because I know if I want to, like we talked about, if I want to build the future and the foundation for everything for my future, I have to recruit. I have to. It's not an option.
Well, what are you guys recruiting to? I mean, there's a different offers and like value adds in the industry. You guys have a lead source that's the secret sauce, or you guys have the best
I wouldn't
mailer?
say it's I wouldn't say it's any secret sauce. Cody has some recruiting leads that I've been buying from him that have been working very well for me. The first like 12 calls I made, dude, I had 5 come on. So
are they writing?
Well, 2 of them are writing right now. I'm still working on the other 3 right now, contracts and things like that.
Sure.
But I ordered a set of 50, and then I'm getting more coming in right now as well.
Cool.
Yeah, they're really good, man. Really good.
That's good, man. So what are you just like, because I don't really know anything about his recruiting stuff. Are you calling him up and you're like, dude, I got the leads, I got the sauce, I wrote business, or is it like, are you just calling him up and saying, hey man, you can get out of McDonald's, let's get you signed up? Like who are you calling?
Yeah, so what he has, what's cool about him is he's got licensed life and health agents. So these people have been in the business. They're just looking for possibly a new opportunity, a new IMO to be with. So I just call them saying, hey, I got your information from Cody Askins. That's because that's who I got the information from. And they know I'm calling on Cody's behalf. So now they know I'm calling on his behalf. So now I say, hey, I was just giving you a call because it looked like you were looking at a possible new company to work with. So I'm based out of here in Oklahoma. I've been doing the business for over 2 years now, and I'd love to set up a time to sit down with you or go over the phone with you and do a quick interview with you to see if we can be in a fit together. Kind of like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh. Man,
and then
you're all over the game.
I'm trying, man.
Hey, dude, that's what matters. That's all that matters. You can try if you put enough effort in this bit. That's what I kind of found, man. This is the thing that I found about the insurance business. If you just show up repeatedly, you will make money.
Yep.
It's everywhere in this industry, and so many people. Like I had a week one time, 3 days, and I'm sure you've had this too. Weigh in here on any stories you have. But I had a time where it was my first month. I was big on the goal thing, kind of like you're talking about. And I would go until 30 minutes after dark.
Yep.
So I would do headlights on the door, 30 minutes after dark. Don't recommend. Guns come out. But especially if you live like more rural, or you're working more rural areas, like don't do 30 minutes after dark. That's like really pushing it. So I was doing 30 minutes after, working the 5 and 6 year old giveaway mailers. And I was like, let me get this business. Day 1, 0 premium. Shit. Day 2, 0 premium. Shit. Monday was already an office day. So like we're down 3-0. You know what I mean? Day 3, Thursday, 0 premium. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Gosh, man.
My mind. 4th day, crank out like 3,800.
Okay.
5th day, crank out like another 4,600 or something like that. So I had like these 2 back-to-back massive days or whatever. And it was crazy because most people just give up by day 3. And you show up enough times, like you're going to make money. So dude, just keep recruiting, keep doing what you're doing. Like you could literally, like you'll just fall into opportunity by accident if you just keep chugging along. So I love that you're on that. Just keep consistent. It'll work out.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Do we have any questions for Alex here? Oh my gosh, this is a movie right now. Like this guy shares so much knowledge with us. We only have 5 minutes and 18 seconds left. Time is ticking. If you have questions, now is the time. So while they're thinking of questions, I'm curious, like, you're working 5 and 6 days a week. You're cranking it out. Have you ever thought about, like, you mentioned you're doing guys, for all you wondering, he does face-to-face, by the way. When he says field, he means face-to-face. I don't think we really touched on that much. Have you ever thought about going to telesales, doing advanced market outside of life insurance? Like, what all are you really doing? I know we got life insurance. I know we got some recruiting. Like, catch us up. Is there any other things going on in the background?
So we have here at the Invested American, the company that I work for, we have multiple agents that are doing over the phone, kind of like what we were talking about before we started the podcast. We were just talking about, should I start transitioning to telesales because that's where the game's going, which I would like to. I think it's just going to be a kind of a slow transition because I do have knowledge and education over the phone. I just would like to perfect it and try to get it better, not perfect it, but get it better to the point where I know I can go ahead and one call close someone, where I can perform at that level, because we have in-field agents right now that are transitioning to over the phone now, and they're having a really, really, really good success. And I'm like, dude, maybe I should be jumping into this. So
speaking of, we just had Johnny Nitafan pop in here. He's done 25 grand in the last 2 weeks over the phone from the comfort of his own home. He says you are beast mode. Just wanted to give you a quick cred there. And
appreciate you, Johnny.
Yeah, man. So you said you're thinking about doing it. You got other people that are doing it. Invested American, tell us about that. We haven't really heard too much about it. You're recruiting, you're building, you guys are killers. Is that a family business? Are you guys you mentioned Cody. Are you guys working for Cody? Like, what is that?
Yeah. So me and my dad had opened up his own company probably about a year and a half ago now. So he was with another IMO, another company for about 14 years. And and he was a partner with that company. Things happened. They all just parted ways. And my dad was like, well, it's probably best if I just go ahead and start my own thing. So about a year and a half ago, my dad started his own company, and I was right along with him. And, we're just kind of going about the journey, man. It's been a grind because a lot of the renewal business had gone away from all the years that my dad was there, obviously. But we're building that back up very, very, very fast right now. But we had quite a few agents from the other company come along with us, just from the way my dad's leadership was at the office, the things he had every single day for the agents, and we've been able to recruit quite a few agents as well. So we're moving the ball forward. It's only been a year and a half. So, I mean, we're just, it's like stepping stones. We're just moving the ball forward every day.
Yeah, no, totally. That's really good. I know you guys have a podcast and everything. And Johnny, I want us to hear more about the Invested American here in a moment. But Johnny says, telesales is the wave. Stop sleeping. I'm actually, I have to kind of agree with that. I was a diehard face-to-face guy. And I just pulled my contracts again. I'm literally going to start writing business if I can tomorrow. So we'll be seeing about that. Going to be doing some live dials on here. If you want to do some live dials and test your metal on the phone and learn that way. There's nothing like learning with people watching. So love to see that. But so Invested American, you guys have a podcast.
Yep.
Is that on YouTube, Spotify? Where can I find you?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Just at the Invested American, you type it in a little search bar. We started that up 2.5 months ago now, 3 months now. We're releasing a podcast every week. So we're just trying to get some good content out there for, new agents, seasoned agents, whatever it is, clients, whoever it is, it doesn't matter the audience. We're just trying to get some content out there about just, some education purposes, life, health, whatever it is.
Okay. Just talking about some insurance and stuff. And do you guys, I was going to ask a comp question, but I'll let you discuss that with people as they come. But if I wanted to find you outside, like if I wanted to get in touch with you outside of just finding you on YouTube, where can I find you? Like, what is
you can get me on Instagram, Facebook. My Instagram's Alexander Sala _. So my name and then an underscore, and then my Facebook is just Alexander Sala.
Okay. Awesome.
Yep. Find me there. You got I got my email, my number and everything on there, so you guys can contact me there. Whatever questions you guys may have, I'm open to anything. So if you guys need help, any field training, whatever it is, I'm open. So I'm not a secret agent. I'm willing to help out.
Yeah, and if you want to get hard recruit, no, I'm just kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, we're closing in on the end here. And I'm sure you guys are all bursting with questions. So if you want to reach out to him, hit him up. I know that it's kind of the middle of the day here, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to Alexander. I met him at 8%. Great guy, super, super knowledgeable. And,
appreciate you having me on, man.
Yeah, man. Let's keep connected. Gonna go ahead and close everything out here, guys. If you want to learn more, by the way, about the Zoosurance Leads program, the whole reason I'm getting back on the phones to start writing business again. You guys can click the link. I don't know if we have it on this video, but you can click the link below any of our videos to book a call and get an interview to see if you qualify to take any of these leads. They're going to be branded leads. They're all told it costs money. It's about insurance, and they're going to get pitched basically. So it's very transparent. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us here at Advanced Agent Marketing, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. We're going to have to leave.